Good evening. Welcome to day 14 of the Internet Library edition. My name is LD Robinson, and I am your reader for tonight. And it is our pleasure to keep showing up for read alouds, and it really is our pleasure because we are here at the International Great Black Read Aloud Day, giving voice to words written by Black people all around the world. And we read all different types of genres, and we read all different types of literature. And that is to emphasize literacy, but also spread the word and to share about the vast variety of literature written by blacks across the African diaspora. And so we are, excuse me, we are delighted to be here with you again. And today is day 14, which is love and romance. So before we get started, we want to remind you that we want you to subscribe to our website, greatblackreadaloudday.org. Stay abreast of everything that we're doing concerning our read alouds, and also with what's happening with our partnerships as well. If you want to follow us online, follow us online at Black Read Aloud and across all social media. And we are going to get started. We have a very short, today is Valentine's Day, and so we have um, a very short ode to love and romance. And let's start it on this day 14, to love and romance. So our selection for today is can you see that? My light's shining on it. And it is KeKe Palmer, and it's KERI on the Loose. And this is from a series, and it's a series called Southern Belle Insults. And I have to tell you that I have been reading these for a number of months, and they are truly delightful. It's about the power of a wig, and so I think in Black culture there is plenty to be wigs, and has a very humorous take on the power of a wig, but also how it affects your love life, if you will. So let's get started with our read. KERI on the Loose by none other than Vacia's KeKe Palmer. Listen up, my minions. Come down to the front, my children, to the front. Now hear this, my disciples. Ah, patience. You remember me and my tale about my dear friend Janet. There she was, living her sad, stale life, friendless and floundering, until she happened upon a magical wig shop that changed her life. With the help of those wigs, and of course me, myself, the incomparable Lady Miss Jacqueline, she found success at work and made a new friend, Candace. But she still hadn't found the courage to go after the things she wanted in life, like starting her own business and having a taste of that cute barista Peter sticky buns. Would another wig help our dear her dreams and her dream boat? Sit down, relax yourself, have a glass of wine, and let Lady Miss tell you all about it. Whoa, said Candace. Girl, how much wine did I have? Janet had just confessed the wig's magic powers to Candace. She'd put on that dash of wannabe Rihanna wig in a head spinning flash of green light, transformed into KERI right before Candace's eyes. Not enough, bro, said KERI. Forget that movie marathon we had planned. Let's get turned up. I know about a secret club where you need a password to get in. KERI grabbed Candace's hand and pulled her out of the room. They went barreling out of the apartment, nearly running over the pizza delivery guy. KERI pressed the bill into to his hand and shouted, "The pizza's all yours," as she and Candace ran down the street. She and Candace parted hard all weekend. Those girls dashed around town, throwing back shots, dropping it from night until morning and then night again. Janet's life had gone from Pleasantville to Disturbia. It reminded me of that Easter weekend I went to Las Vegas and awoke one morning with not one, not two, but three new husbands, and each of the rings was more stunning than the next, just like my new husband's backsides. I wonder whatever happened to those husbands. I don't even remember their names. Oh well. On Monday, Carrie walked straight into Gary's office. Our girl was wearing clothes that were, shall we say, not safe for work. Leather leggings, corset top, studded stilettos. Spell it out for me. Fierce. She sat down in his and swung her booted foot up onto his desk. "Gare Bear, my dude," she said. "Let's get straight to the point. I quit." Gary stared at her, his face bewildered until the magic did its work. "You can't just quit," he stammered. "Your work is making me look amazing. I'm on my way to a promotion." "Hell, macaroni. But I'm just, from now on, I'm lifting me up. From now on, here's an idea, Brad. Oh, that's right. I forgot. He got crushed by a Backer kitty litter the other day. Oh well, capiche?" Carrie strutted back to her apartment and found her little black book. You may remember that the last time we saw the book, its pages were wider than a Kid Rock concert. But Chelsea and I had filled that book with names for our dear Janet, and she sat at her desk, and my sweet Lord, did that girl network. Carrie worked hard building up her news for the next few days, and it paid off when she got her first client, a gallery owner downtown. But let me assure you, our girl Carrie hadn't turned into an all work, no play bore. And one Saturday morning, bags packed to the Hamptons. "Oh my God," Candace squealed. "Where did you start?" Carrie put her fingers to her lips as she started to. "Questions ruin the fun, and also technically turn you into an accomplice. Now listen up. My new client just happens to own a gallery. He's happened to be going to his most famous party of the year. Everyone you ever want to meet will be there, even Andy Warhol. I don't think he's. So we're going to roll on up and you're going to show your website." "Absolutely not. I'm just an amateur. My good." Carrie put her hand in front of, put her hand in Candace's face and closed her fingers into a fist. "Don't talk about yourself like that, dude. Dude, you have to manifest it. You encouraged me to venture out and start my own business. Now it's my turn to help you." The gallery owner's Hamptons mansion was a jingle pile of glass boxes overlooking the ocean. It wouldn't have pressed me much, but Janet had never been anywhere so fabulous in her inside the hack with the rich and beautiful. Candace leaned back at the quarry, pulled her to the bar, both drinks, and man strode toward them from the cloud. He, she, again, "This is my friend Candace, the artist owner," kissing Candace's hand. "Candace, wait till you see her still life with pumpkin spice latte." Candace pulled out her phone and scrolled through the images, showing them to the gallery owner. He looked at them with a furrowed brow, and I had to fan myself to keep my nerves at bay. Did he hate Candace's work? Carrie would throw him right to the sharks if he did. "Come out next week," he said finally. "I have an artist who had a big temper tantrum and pulled his paintings. You know how abstract expressionists are. And I might have some space for your work." Thursday Eve, those two good time gals went for another type of bar from before. Last week's bar was trendy and hip but bland. Most of the outfits you'll find on any Hollywood starlet. The kind of bar I wouldn't be called dead in, but for those two, it was perfect. Well, that wasn't KERI's kind of bar. No, darling. This time they went to the kind of bar you have to know someone to get inside, where the music was loud and sexy, where it was so dark they could barely scan the menu's QR code. Being a risk taker is one thing. It looks filthy. I mean, in the lack of light, no one can even see your outfit. KERI was extra spiky in a black leather motorcycle jacket, jeans, and some very high heeled boots. They very slightly reminded me of the custom pair of boots my dear friend Jimmy Choo made for me. He told me that he had never seen a strut until I slipped my slender foot into one of his shoes. Isn't that just him? KERI did an ice cold martini. Oh, that reminds me of the bartender's face. I tell you, in my defense, she deserved it. She made my martini with vodka instead of gin. The week is amazing, Candace said. She took a sip of her martini. I can't believe everything you've done. Really, everything you've done. The convertible, the Hamptons, not to mention that joint Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg party. That was truly wild. Oh yes, they'd also gone to that party. Well, my dear friends Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg had invited me as well, but unfortunately, I was already committed to go to one of Ina Garten's dinner parties. And you know how Ina gets when you cancel on her at the last minute. Therefore, that Contessa gets angry. I once saw her and any let's see, those blood red, sharp, and very pointy nails. She could cut someone or something off with those nails. Actually, she probably had. Dude, you were man of his destiny. Don't even try to pretend when the only food helped me to post on Instagram from the party. She continued, they got people excited about art show. I can't wait. KERI lifted her drink to toast Candace. If you never show the beast inside yourself, how will you tame the beast? No matter the tide, you have arrived. You're a star, my little dude. It's about time the whole world knew it. Candace looked confused. She grabbed KERI's hand, and though it was as dark as Grant's tomb there, I do believe I saw the hint of a tear or two. Oh, please. This was an aborted plot twist off an episode of Sex in the City if I ever did see one. And I can tell you right now that my dear, close, and personal friend Sarah Jessica Parker would be in stitches alongside me as she saw this play. It's honestly inspirational to me. Okay, build your new marketing business and so quickly. You're amazing. I have no idea how you manage that except that you're incredible. I'm in awe of you, truly. Being around you and seeing your confidence has made me more confident in myself. Our girl took a sip of her bourbon and preened a little. I have a way of bringing that out in people. It's nothing, she said. Wasn't she getting cocky? Pride leads to a fall, you know. It's not nothing, Candace said. A few weeks ago, even if someone had grabbed me and brought me over to that gallery owner, I never would have had the courage to talk to him. I given up and stumbled over my words, and I definitely wouldn't have shown him my work. But you gave to talk about my work and show him. I'm so excited for this show tomorrow night, but I'm also nervous that I can barely function. She took another sip of her drink and then looked at KERI. You won't forget to come, right? Night. I need moral support. KERI tossed it all around and barely managed not to scratch those nails. Out, Satan. No sweat. I'll be there, Square, she said. Now, what in the Sam hell did that mean? Had this Carrie become trapped in another dimension with Richard Cunningham, the Fonz, and additional memories of the members of the Happy Days cast? SOS loves, I'm afraid. I bet you're wondering if dear Janet remembered what my darling friend Rasby said. If she lost control, would she be able to get it back? The next morning, our girl walked to her coffee shop again, still with that skin tight leather jacket on. I might need to see if I can borrow that jacket. Share and share alike, I always say. I think Peter might be the only person who knew it was me in the beginning, Carrie said to herself. Candace knows now, but only as I told her. But Peter, he said a few things that we think he knew right away. That's the case. Well, I thought he'd take this to the next level. As soon as Peter saw her walk, and all smile dawned over his hi, he heard. He waved her up to the front of the long line, ignoring all of the other patrons who'd been waiting. Our boy didn't even hear them grumble. He had only eyes for Janet. You look amazing this morning. How have you been? I haven't seen you in a while. Carrie, Peter, her. Under all of those wigs, he saw her. I'm thrilled she was finally able to realize that. Dude, I know. I'm sorry about that. Can I get a triple espresso, please? I quit my job, so now when I get coffee, I usually miss your shift. He stepped to the side to make her triple espresso and gestured for her to follow him. Oh, wow, you quit your job? Congratulations, I think, he said with a chuckle. So, do you have an early meeting this morning? Is that why you're here so early? Carrie shook her head. No, she said. I wanted to start the day off right and get here in time to see you. Peter looked up sharply. Really? He said. You got here early to see me? She smiled sweetly and assertively at him. There was no trace of that bashfulness she used to have in that face now. I did, she said. I've wanted to ask you for a while now. Do you want to go out sometime? Look at God. Won't he do it? Carrie had really done an about face number with our Janet, hadn't she? She didn't even hesitate. I didn't hesitate with myself in the 2006 Super Bowl champions. Peter got a huge smile on his face and nodded immediately. Yes, he said. Does tonight work? Thanks for me. And we're going out. How about you tell your name? Carrie Candace's art show was tonight. Tonight, for the Miss William Nasty. Oh, take that will again, Jesus. 7 o'clock on the dot, she continued. Let's meet at that bar over on 14th Street, the one with the black awning. Peter beamed at her. The last time a man looked at me like that, it was at the altar at a wedding. Now, it may not have been my wedding, but I can't help it if a man saying his vows catches a glimpse of me looking breathtaking and goes gaga. The bride was fit to be tied. How could I help it if she picked a woman as gorgeous as me to be her bridesmaid? Next time she will know better. Great, he said. See you then. And this has been our selection from the completely laugh out loud series Southern Belle Insults book, and this is book number 4, and it is Carry on the Loose by KeKe Palmer, and it is a book that really talks about the magical powers of a wig. So if you really want something just really to really make you laugh and chuckle about Southern Bellness, this is certainly it. Well, we are so happy that we are on day 14 and we've made it back here before midnight on our day of reading, at least midnight Eastern time, and we certainly will borrow time from another time zone. And so but we are in the Eastern time zone of the United States of America. And so we have read from you for today's selection, day 14, Love and Romance. And our selection was KERI on the Loose. And so we highly encourage you to start with book one. You will appreciate it. And we want to remind you that um, with Fresh Book Festival, and so we want to remind you that we will be live at Fresh Book Festival on uh, February 24th in Palm Beach, Florida. It, it's festival. I'm being held in the excited about that, and you'll have to keep connection very, but we want us at Fresh Book Fest able to, and we'll get some information up here on the screen for you. And here in 10, we are going to put a 2023 on your screen that we are things are going in slow motion for you. Okay. All right. So there we go. Fresh Book Festival 2023. And Fresh stands for fiction, romance, erotica, spiritual health, and more. And so this year's theme is a reading revolution, and we invite you to get your tickets now. Freshbookfestivals.net. We want to let you know that students and teachers are able to come for free to the book festival portion as long as you have your ID. And so we want you to come, and you will be there are folks across every genre there at Fresh Book Festival. So we have children's authors, we have romance, we have biographers, we have ghostwriters, we have sci-fi, we have comic books authors. We have everything at Fresh. You do not want to miss Fresh Book Festival. And the other thing that you don't want to miss is our t-shirt giveaway that we are having this year in celebration, and also just to make sure that you're walking around in an official Tig Brad t-shirt. That's all. That's all we're going to want to make sure. So if you share one of our streams, one of our read alouds, you will be entered into a contest to win one of 10 very official, very official Tig Brad t-shirts. And so we want to invite you, go ahead and do that, because we will do the drawing on March the 4th, 2023. Well, we will see you tomorrow here at the International Great Black Day and the International Great Black Day. And this is our 2023 version. And so tomorrow, our day will be our genre, or I should say our topic will be and I'm waiting for it to come in. And tomorrow, our topic is addiction. And so we will be back tomorrow with a read aloud on day 15 of the International Great Black Read Aloud Day 2023 edition. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.